Well, hello, thank you for joining me today again on the Church History Trail. And where we find ourselves today is in Fermanagh, in the town of Enniskillen. And we're outside the monument here for the two Enniskillen regiments. And this is a monument to the Boer War, as you can see. It says, "Memorial to the men of Enniskillen's two regiments who were killed, died of wounds or disease in the Boer War in South Africa." And there you can see a wee picture there of a couple of soldiers. And you can also see the water gate, which is the oldest part of the castle, Enniskillen Castle, that is still here today. And I'm going to show you that shortly. So it says here, in honoured memory of 20 officers, 47 non-commissioned officers and 215 men of the 6th Enniskillen Dragoons and Royal Enniskillen Fusiliers, who, sustaining the great reputation of these distinguished regiments for prowess in arms and devotion to their sovereign and country, fell in battle or died of wounds or sickness in South Africa 1899 to 1902. And of course that is very true, because they were distinguished regiments, and they served their sovereign then and even when they were first formed. And so I'm going to give you a wee bit of the history of that. There you can see the water gate again. So that's the memorial to the men of Enniskillen who died in the Boer War. And there's another wee memorial here that I'm going to show you, which is for the winners of the Victoria Cross. And it says there, Fermanagh's Victoria Crosses. And then it says at the bottom, men associated with Fermanagh awarded the Victoria Cross. And here you can see the Victoria Cross there for valour. And I just mentioned their names. If you want to read the rest of it, you can pause the video. It's Sergeant Henry Hartigan, I think that is, Sergeant James Maguire, Private Charles Irwin, Corporal Michael Slevin, Drummer Michael Magner, Corporal George Nurse, Lieutenant J.A. Otto Brooke, Captain Eric N.F. Bell, Lieutenant Frederick M. W. Harvey, and then the last one is Lieutenant Colonel Richard A. West. So there you are. And of course this is all here part of the castle, Enniskillen Castle. Now Hugh Maguire actually built the castle here in 1428, and the castle has seen a number of sieges as well, so it has, over the years. And during the 1641 rebellion, the castle was unsuccessfully actually besieged by Rory Maguire. And then in 1607, Captain William Cole, he was given command of the castle, and it was Captain Cole who actually built the Riverside Tower, which is known as the Water Gate, in 1609, some say 1614, but it was never really a water gate. So it's a wee bit misleading. So you can see there's a market on there today, so it's very busy. But I think it's free in today because of that. So maybe I've had it lucky. So I will be taking you in there. I'm going to show you the front of the water gate, and then I'll take you in and I'll show you the back of the water gate, hopefully, if I can get near it in another wee video. And here you can see part of the castle there as well then. And of course the two regiments, Enniskillen regiments, actually have a museum in there. There's a museum to the history of the regiments. So quite amazing. And the flag of St George actually flies over the Watergate, and that's a tradition that goes back to the 17th century, whenever local soldiers of the Enniskillen regiments fought for King William III against King James II. And there you can see the poke of the Watergate rising up over the wall there. And it's a beautiful day. And there's also a fishing competition on today as well. So there is. So there's a lot of anglers here. As you can see. That's a quite length of a pole that man has. They're definitely big into their fishing, that's for sure. And this is the Watergate here. So it is. As you can see in a wee minute.
Is he still paying Belinda's electric bill?
So that's the Watergate there. But it's not a Watergate, even though it's right at the side of the lake here. It was never a Watergate. And you can see the flag there of St George at the top. So there's a long tradition with the flag of St George, and it actually goes back to the 17th century here, when, as I say, local soldiers of the Enniskillen regiments fought for King William III against James II. And the Enniskillen regiments received recognition when in the Williamite Army, and later became the 5th Enniskillen Dragoons, and also the Royal Enniskillen Fusiliers. And as you've seen, the men of Enniskillen fought at the Boer War as well, right up. And the Watergate has long been adopted then as the emblem of these regiments. So that wee emblem that I showed you on the monument is actually this here. And this is the oldest part of the castle, ladies and gentlemen. So you're looking here at the oldest part of the castle, which is fantastic, the Watergate. And at the Battle of the Boyne in 1690, whenever King William III saw his Dutch Blue Guard, who led the attack across the river, being cut down, King William exclaimed, "My poor guards." And later he said to the Enniskillen men, "Gentlemen, you shall be my guards today." He said, "I have heard much of you, let me see much of you." And so the Enniskillen men had the great honour of becoming the King's Guard that day. So fantastic. So there you go. And that's the side then of the castle, which is newer, of course. Pretty amazing, isn't it? And of course Enniskillen was under siege as well during the Williamite Wars. But the difference between the Enniskillen men and the men of Derry, who were under siege, was the Enniskillen men actually took the fight to the Jacobites. Now, so did the men of Derry in a sense, because they did attack, around the area, they attacked the Jacobites. But they were mostly under siege, where the Enniskillen men went on the defensive. Some people say the best form of defence is attack, and certainly that was the case with the Enniskillen men. So there you go, beautiful, isn't it? Absolutely lovely. And you can see a wee fisherman there in the competition. So there you go, there's a wee chimney over there, so that must have been a factory at one time. So in the next wee video, I hope to take you inside and show you the inside of the Watergate. And it's very busy today, so we'll see how we get on with the castle. Not too sure what way that's going to work. Thank you and God bless.